Alright, I believe we're live. Welcome guys to the stream. How are we doing today? Welcome. So yeah, more or less just I mean, if you take the time and read the description of the stream, more or less just honestly just fed up with frankly just all the shit talking of the game, because I think there is fun to be had in the game, especially after the patch. Like, it's not perfect, you know, it doesn't have loads of DLC or FLC, and
Supreme
you know,
Master.
it's not perfect, but it's not as horrendous, I think, as people are making it. You know, there is light in the tunnel, and people are just refusing to see it. So yeah, the point of this stream and this campaign overall is just to highlight that. And yeah, we have Loki here with us today as well. So yeah, Loki will be here with us. So if you hear some noise in the background, I apologize for that. But he broke out of his kennel today and shit and pissed in the house. So yeah, he gets to stay in his kennel for the rest of the day. So I do apologize for the noise, but we're gonna fight through it. So yeah, anyway, playing as Miao Ying, as Cathay, and yeah, we're just gonna hop into it. So which other than the kennel, you may hear the occasional soft whine, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine in there. But yeah, appreciate everyone hopping in here. It's good to see you. Which, if you guys have looked at the patch notes, they said they've adjusted the Sky Junk and Sky Lanterns. I chose Miao Ying just because she starts with a Sky Junk. But I can tell you for sure, the Sky Lantern, I think, right, is the name of... Yeah, Sky Lantern. This is still shit. Yeah, just... I used it. I have a, if I show you guys quick, I started another Zhao Ming campaign in my own time that I'm playing, and I used the Sky Lantern a few times, and yeah, it's still shit. Not worth it. So, alright, let's get walls here, and we'll get rid of that. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the Sky Lantern. Sky Junks though are pretty good. Welcome on. How we doing? This is Cathay. Is my favorite faction so far. Only one I've been in the game with. The Sword Jade Warriors are extremely good for the majority of the campaign. Yeah, I really like the halberd unit, or the halberd variant as well. It's also really good. All right, technology. Let's get some ammunition.
For the defense effort.
We can't do that yet. Ivory Road. Let's do the 1,000 and let's go to Reichland, I believe. Yep. And then we'll jump into this battle.
Celestial Miao Ying. I stand apart. I decree death.
Dame talked about the Jade Warriors in her game. She actually prefers them to the Celestial Dragon Guard due to a skill they have that the guard doesn't. What do... They have the defensive stance. I wonder if that's what she's referring to. Which, that's not too bad. The Dragon Guard just lasts forever. for the player and the AI. They just hold the line forever. Which, but yeah, welcome everyone who's popping in here. It's good to see you. Good to have you here. Which, if you have any questions regarding, the title of it, there is in the description. I've talked about it a little bit. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream a few minutes ago. But if more people end up popping in, I can explain it again. More or less, I'm just over everyone shit talking the game. Just to put it mildly, just done with it. All right.
The storm wind blows.
All right.
Thoughts in harmony.
Dragon guard.
Let's put these guys here. Cavalry doesn't matter.
Master of tempest.
Actually, yeah. That's
Warriors. Wind and fire.
Put them on the outside.
Wind and fire. The celestial faithful.
Yeah, it won't matter. They won't get to me before it matters.
Defenders of Cathay. Thoughts
Alright,
in
alright.
harmony.
Ospen, how we doing, man? Nobody reads the description. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Minds and what?
You just never know. Some people hopefully do, but yeah, it's just
For the Emperor.
I'm just over it, and it's not every stream or every streamer, but the majority.
Ready to defend.
If you go, to Discords, to Reddits, to anything, I would argue that like 90% of the talk about the game is just how shitty it is and how awful it is and how Warhammer 2 is vastly better. Which
Thoughts in harmony.
what do people expect? I know the launch was pretty bad. The game's not in perfect shape, but the patch helped I think quite a bit. But I mean they're trying. It's like comparing a level 1 Lord to a level 50. What do you expect? Yeah, the rank 1 Lord is gonna be worse than the level 50 Lord who's maxed out, comparatively speaking, and it's like people just, it just doesn't make sense. Ospen, but it says, anyway, this is a nice chain. I truly was tired of the constant complaints. Yeah, me too. Lily says, fun stream, nice. Yeah. Anon says, people were expecting a final Warhammer 2 version with new factions. Instead, we got an old bugged Warhammer 2 with new factions and poor performance. The patch came out too late for a lot of people, which I understand that.
The storm dragon.
But at the same time, some of the mistakes, when it initially came out, I totally understand. That's very frustrating. Why are you going back to an older version? But other things with it, just it's still a bare base game, And Warhammer 2 was the exact same way when it came out. But whatever. Alright, we will actually go into the manual mode. You save ammo a little this way, and it's just cool to shoot yourself. Oh, it's not even close. Not even close on that one. Probably can shoot at the same spot now, because they'll move up and hit it. There we go. The last time I played Miao Ying in my own time, I got attacked by the Kurgan warband with a Chaos Warrior, the Dreaded Blow, I think. And we just absolutely this thing had 1,300 kills by me manually firing it. Because their units are so slow, they can't really get out of the way. Let's move her back. Go back into manual fire mode. Which I realize you can't do the manual fire mode forever. Like at some point you kind of have to pay attention to stuff, but I mean you can do this for a long time. Creative Assembly, God of Gaming Companies. Hey, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. It says this is nice. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I know the thumbnail isn't like super amazing, but I think it serves its purpose. Manon says, when the combined map is released, which faction will you stream first? And which will you play first on your time? For me, it will be the Empire, so I can admire Carl's glorious chin. I don't know. Because, like, there's a lot. I think, as of now, it'll be Corn for me, just so I can kill and murder a bunch of stuff. Yeah, because, like, Slanesh's big thing is that he hates the High Elves, right? And so I imagine when the High Elves are introduced, like, there's going to be a lot more, you know, I just wonder if it's going to kind of be like when you play as Grom and, like, all the High Elves, like, just come and attack you. If when you're playing as Slanesh, is that, you know, it's just kind of like a, just kind of a headbutting contest, like, who's going to win kind of thing, like, going back and forth right from the get-go. So yeah, I'm not sure. But I think overall Korn will probably be the first one just because he'll obliterate everything. But yeah, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. I need to go up a little. Ooh, they're actually walking towards me. Luke, welcome to the stream, man. Says, what's good, Lemon? He goes, oh, you know, just... Oh, they're shooting at this now. Just playing some Warhammer 3 today. Just look for that. There we go. But yeah, I just think... For the most part, there's just, you know, like, which I think it's a little.
Ready to defend.
I think the other part of it too is that, you know, like I never played Warhammer 1, so like I don't have any personal like experience with the game, but like from listening to other people talk about it and other people. You know, mention how it was. Like, Warhammer 1 was a really bare game that really wasn't that great, right? And then comparatively, you have Warhammer 2 that was a lot more in-depth, you know, than Warhammer 1. So you have, you know, it's just hard to compare it, I think, in that opinion, in that regard. Because again, like if anything, what I expected from Warhammer 3 was basically Warhammer 2 with different factions, you know, different factions, new mechanics for each faction, like they did implement that kind of stuff. But you know, I was definitely not expecting a full-fledged, you know, in-depth game right from the release. I don't think anyone should have expected that. The issues it did have were annoying and frustrating for sure. But let's take the leadership.
I decree execution.
The good thing too about manually firing it is I think it's for every 2 shots, it does, like, so if you have 24 shots, right? If I'm correctly, like, when I track it, if you manually fire, it doubles it, so you have, like, 48. So if you're manually firing
The
a
majestic
lot,
defender.
you're actually, you're still getting a bunch of kills while saving your balance of power because your ammo isn't decreasing as fast.
Astromancer of Grand Cathay.
Let's get some archers.
None may refuse my call.
Celestial artifacts shall be mine.
Alright.
Be on guard.
Also, in my... I mentioned it in a few Discords. Didn't get too many responses. But my reliability in the Zhao Ming campaign has drastically fluctuated. Even when I don't perform any diplomatic actions. Where, like, there's... In one turn, it was very high. I clicked on Zhao Ming. And then I clicked on diplomacy again, and it went down to very low. So I think it's a new bug
Celestial
in the game, and I'm not sure why it's there. So I am going to keep tabs on that and see if it's just something with Zhao Ming or Cathay in general. But yeah, I don't know what has caused that.
For you are in the presence of celestial blood. Long
Thank you.
City Commander,
And-
allow me to give
Yes.
you a magistrate's welcome. This
Xiao Ming.
Okay.
I was not informed of this encounter.
No. Alright. Yeah, let's move on. Oh shit, I forgot to... Damn it. I was gonna recruit a Yang Lord. That's alright. We can do it this turn. Yeah. Okay. And let's get growth. I would like her to last a little better. Good. Which we won't recruit any units with her. It'll just be to get this. Basically, what we're gonna do is get this Lord leveled up. That way, she can kind of like hold the line a little bit while Miao Ying mops up everything else.
Warden of the Great Bastion.
Yeah, let's wipe him out. That way she can... We wipe him out. And she should be able to force march and reinforce that siege as well. Yeah.
Suffer the temp.
And we'll hop in. The other thing, like for me personally, like I've played on Legendary, I've played on very hard difficulties, and it's not as simple as saying, well, just lower the difficulty if you're not having fun. I get that for people, but for me, like I'm not the player or the person to play a game on the hardest difficulty just to say, you know, I'm playing this game on the hardest difficulty. Like if you're playing on a difficulty that's not fun or enjoyable for me, and you're just like, you know, hand to face every freaking stream or every time you play it or whatever, then really, like, what's the point of playing that difficulty, you know? So, like, for me, like, I just want to play something that I have fun with, because if I'm having fun, it's more likely that you guys will have fun with it. Granted, I understand that some people will look at that and kind of like scoff and be like, you know, whatever, this guy can't handle, you know, harder difficulties. Well, I don't care. I don't enjoy it, so I'm not going to subject myself to it.
Mage of the Celestial Court.
If it is required.
Which, you know,
Show
to
courage.
his or her own,
Show
you know, if you can
harmony.
handle it
Show
and
unity.
successfully do it,
This is the Cathay
and
way.
honestly, you know, when people ask, like, do you enjoy the game, and you can say, yep, I don't have a problem with it. I like, you know, the difficulty aspect of it, then great. But if you're just constantly, like, hating every time you play it, then what's the point other than being able to say you can play that difficult, or not even saying you can play it, just saying you do play it. Like, I just don't see the point. And which is why, for me, I changed my difficulties. It's saying YouTube's getting a poor connection from me, so I do apologize if things look a little wonky. But yeah, I haven't dropped any frames, so I think it's okay. But yeah, I really like the firing mechanic, or the manual firing mechanic. Plus, like, even in battles, because like as Miao Ying, you go up against a lot of slow infantry, right? You know, with chaos factions, and so I mean, if you're really concerned with their missile units, you can just, you know, manually fire or nuke their missile units before they have the chance to actually do damage to you, your sky junk, and then your sky junk just has free reign of the entire map. And it has such long range. Like, even Celestial Guard, I think, has 190 range. So once you figure out, you know, like, your trajectory that you need, you'll be able to wipe out most missile units before they even have a chance to shoot your sky jump, or lanterns if you want to use sky lanterns. The manual fire mechanic is so much fun with the goblin doom divers. Yeah, that is very true.
We are undone.
Which again, it's not like you can do this forever. You know, at some point you probably do have to just let it fire by itself. But I mean, for the most part, especially if you go like with making Miao Ying like a one-woman doomstack kind of thing, where maybe you're only focusing on her staying on the ground, because if she's a tank on the ground without going into dragon form, and you get rid of, you know, you have her eventual magic line that can get rid of missile units, you have this thing, which again, like, I fired like what, 8-10 shots, and I only used 2, you know, out of 24 I'm still at 22. So I mean, this thing can rack up a shit ton of kills really quickly. Flying artillery, surely there's no way that can be OP. Yeah, right? Which again, you know, it's not, yeah, you know, you can't do it forever. You know, you're going to have to micromanage at some point, especially with this army. But, you know, down the line, if she, you know, gets buffed out, we can just pop her in, put in a couple sky junks, and just have a heyday with it, you know? Because most armies that she will go up against are not going to have missile units. One thing we're going to try and do, once we've kind of secured this and gotten the snake gates and what, is, which I failed to do the last time I played it just by myself, was try and go and just like snipe Siege. Siege is really the only one in the general vicinity that has really good ranged infantry. You shouldn't really be going to war with other Cathay factions other than the one you start at war with. But yeah, if Siege gets too strong, then it becomes more of a problem. But like the Kurgan Warband, Chaos factions, Nurgle, Khorne, Slanesh, all of them have no missile units. You know, and again, if she can keep healing herself. She can, you know, she has a bunch of health. She can get regrowth. You know, she has pretty good magics. You know, like Talons of Night is a pretty good damage spell as well. So it's not the end-all be-all kind of things.
I will not tolerate sloth.
Kairos is super annoying with his change of the waste mechanics. Yeah. The crane gunners never run out of ammo. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
The majestic defender.
So we'll actually recruit 2 archers and then transfer them into her army because she makes them cheaper by 50%, right? Yeah. Alright. Alright.
Xiao Ming.
Long may our
On guard.
Maybe we'll actually work towards that on making, you know, her a
I
one-woman
stand
like tank and just give her a couple of sky junks. But I think that's all we can't set that yet, right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think once we secure our first province, we're just gonna, you know, get rid of this and then just beeline for Siege and get rid of him. If I remember correctly, Zhao Ming is pretty passive for a long time. The problem I found in my last playthrough, so we'll take this, right?
A storm brews.
But and then you'll come down and take this, and at that point he'll have maybe taken, I think it's the City of Monkeys, like maybe have taken it. So really it's kind of up to you to take out both of these like rebellious Cathay factions. Hey, SNK Huang, welcome to the stream. Says, is there a way to exterminate the Kurgan Warband once and for all? No, it is. It's annoying, but that is a everlasting kind of mechanic. They'll just keep coming. Essentially, what I would recommend doing, what I'll do, is once you kind of get stuff built up and you get to the point, is you'll have an army kind of out here just beating them back. So it spawns. So like right now, it probably only has like 5 or 6 units, right? But then when it gets up here, like to 100% or whatever, they'll start getting like multiple armies. There'll be like full stacks coming at you. So you can mitigate it by keeping it relatively low. But yeah, you can't actually completely get rid of it. It's not like, you know, you kill their faction leader, you know, in their last horde and they go away. Hey Mark, welcome to the stream. Good, they decided to recruit there. Which really, I mean, okay. Usually you can auto these. Yeah.
We shall prevail.
That's fine, and then just grab some replenishment. Should.
My men prevail, as is right.
Miao Ying,
Okay.
I will make my father proud.
And then she needs to come here
Move as
and
one.
then attack him there.
Might of the storm.
And then she
Chamber of the Eighth Wind.
just needs to force
It
march.
is my calling.
And do that. There we go. Yep.
Our supremacy is
It's not the best one I would have liked to get. That's actually not too bad of one. Sky lanterns still are really shitty. Yeah, let's get this guy. Because as soon as he gets done anyway, we're gonna send another one. And we can afford it. Good. It says on the flip side, having the Kurgan show up every now and then is great for Kairos. He can get 1,200 gold and a NAF from every time they reappear. Yeah, 4 cav in the caravan is pretty bad. But it's also a really good way. It just depends how you look at it. Like, it's annoying that they never go away. Yes, 100%. But at the same time, it's a really easy and effective way to farm
Witness my
items.
power.
Like, it's really effective, in a really effective way to farm items. Alright, let's quick save and hop in. Plus, a lot of times what I've done is I won't even take the red settlements out there, and if I do, I will sell them to like Zhao Ming or other factions, just to get money out of it, basically, because you're never going to be able to grow those provinces because of the corruption. It being a red territory, it's just not worth anything. And so you can just keep taking it, selling it to people, let them deal with the Kurgan warband or the dreaded woe or whoever is in the area coming and trying to take those settlements back. You know, especially like you just have other things to focus on. As long as you can hold the gates, you know, you don't need to venture out there really, other than to wipe out Siege. Are you planning to confederate with Zhao? I would like to. I would very much like to. That is one thing, though, I would say that needs to be fixed is the lack of
For the Emperor.
or the difficulty in regards to what it takes to confederate between the brother and sister, because the baseline is like I think -50 is the baseline evaluation, because Miao Ying and Zhao basically hate each other. If I'm correct, they're for being brother and sister, they are basically mortal enemies. They hate each other.
Master of tempests. March for the Emperor.
Missile units come up and we're gonna shoot that tower. So it's just very, very, very difficult to get the Confederation. However, once you get stronger and get more
Defenders of Cathay.
settlements, it's easier to get the other Cathayan faction. I think that's how you would say, Cathay Pearl, Cathays, Cathayan factions to confederate. Usually you can let them get nuked by Siege or another faction or somebody, basically, and yeah, just it's just easier to confederate them when they're relatively weak. It is possible. Plus, Zhao's pretty passive. He doesn't really do a whole lot. Nice. But yeah, ideally, it would be great if we could get him to confederate with me. In a perfect world.
Mistress of storms. Might of Gairan. Witness their demise.
One thing that needs to be fixed too is the towers. The AI having the ability, like once this gets down to 70, it'll be built back up and firing, even though it'll have like a timer for it being constructed. Really, really annoying in regards to that. But hopefully it'll get patched out soon, or in the next patch, or something looked at. We'll see.
My duty.
But nice.
The celestial
Need to, yeah, so like right now, right? It's already built, already has its health, even though it's saying it's there. Because like right now, I can shoot that tower, even though it says it's still being built. See? So that definitely does need to be fixed. But again, it's minor. It's annoying if you go with or have a melee focused army, because you can't get rid of the towers anyway. But if you have a few missile units, only a few flying units, it's just annoying that you constantly have to keep on tabs of the towers. I've read on Reddit some guy had 700 positive relations with a sibling and 70k gold, but he still won't confederate. I would believe it. It's kind of, it's like an extreme version of playing as the High Elves and trying to get Tyrion to confederate. You know, Tyrion can have no armies, one settlement, strength ranking of 145, and he still won't confederate with you. But at the same time, like as long as you're not at war with him, you know, as long as you get or keep relatively good relations with them, you know. Like, is it annoying? Yeah, because it'd be cool to have the duo of those two, you know, kind of uniting. But at the same time, it is what it is. Okay.
For the Emperor, the storm unleashed. Order and the balance.
But yeah, look, 180 kills and we've only done one shot. Those units are firing at me. Good, they're broken. Fire on these guys again. Who's still firing at me? Oh, these guys. Plus, the Skyjunks have like 10,000 health, so even if you are getting shot, as long as it's not by towers, it can hold. You know, in terms of health, it can hold itself for a while. Good.
Gairan's fury. Marching as a one.
May depend on difficulty. In Dame Stream, 2 people claim to have configured Zao, but most of them can't get him. I've never been able to get him, even when I've done very hard difficulties, normal, and hard.
Seeking Cathay's pulse.
I believe the baseline evaluation towards like relations is always -50.
Bringing harmony.
Because the other thing is too, like once, you know, as the game progresses and your strength ranking goes up, he'll actually hate you for being a major threat. So basically the great power penalty will start playing into effect on top of, you know, negative 50 baseline evaluation of him hating your guts anyway. Alright, where are they at? Right here.
For the Emperor! Ready to defend! Sen Yang, guide me!
Oh yeah, look at that. 3 shots. That's bad.
Guided
Which,
by
Greece is actually in
ancestors.
my Zhao main campaign. I've never really focused on
Witness their
getting
demise.
good relations with
Behold the tempest!
the,
Eat to pieces the dragons! Oh, Cathay!
I can't think of them right now.
Repositioning!
Oh my gosh.
Move as the wind!
The ogres. Goodness gracious. The ogres, because a lot of their settlements have lots of valuable resources, which,
The dragons!
as
As
Cathay, I mean, you can make a good amount of money from trade. You can infinitely, you know, depending on how many settlements you have, you can, you know, increase your income from trade by 6% for every settlement you own. So even though it's nice not to have to worry about the ogres as like a threat, in my experience and in my opinion, once you are able to, it's more beneficial to actually take them out instead of trade with them. Because as long as you're, you know, you don't need 100 trade partners, you just need to be able to sell all your resources, which, as long as you're selling all your resources to, say, only like 2 or 3 factions, like to say Reichland and Kislev or, you know, whoever, like, you don't, at that point, you don't need, you know, 20 partners, you just need to be selling all your stuff. If you declare war with him, make him pathetically weak, would it be easier to confederate him that week, maybe vassalize him? I don't know. I haven't tried that. In my experience, like, even when fighting, like, the minor Cathay factions, and they're, like, on their last settlement, they don't have any armies, they still won't confederate with you. Even when they're on the verge of, obviously, death and being knocked out of the game, it's just like a pride thing. They won't do
The
it.
storm wind blows.
No, oh, actually, no, just answer that. They got him to one settlement, waited for relations to increase, never got below -30. Yeah, I just don't think it's
Harmony.
possible
Repositioning. It is fated.
as of now.
Sheng Liang's faithful.
The celestial daughter. Strike them down.
Guided by ancestors.
Which hopefully, I do hope too. I get that CA, by the looks of it, was trying to make, you know, like the knowledgeable infernal dominance. They even nerfed discipline trait. Like, I hope they bring some things back into the game in terms of traits, because imagine like this unit with more speed. Like, just being able to zoom across the map a little more would be really helpful. I'm surprised they're actually not shooting at me out there. Oh, they are. Yeah, they're shooting at my Celestial Guard. Not too bad. Good stuff. Just like Carolina, yeah. Yeah. And the other thing too is, like, even doing that, or like, I think that's the point though as well, in their minds. Like with Warhammer 2, right? Malekith is the king of the Dark Elves. Miao Ying and Zhao Ming are like butting heads as, like, in my opinion, like the top dog in terms of the dragons. You know, each one of them wants to be the best dragon. And so I think that's kind of a point where they're always at a conflict, just how like Malekith is almost impossible to confederate unless you do extreme circumstances like what Mercy the Mad made a video about.
Make a watchtower.
You know, so it's just to having to go to those extremes, you know, to get that confederation. In my opinion, at that point, is it really worth it? You know, like, you know, is it worth going through all that pain just to be able to say you confederated somebody? Even though it is annoying that you didn't get the confederation to begin with. Yes and yes.
The tempest grows
Can I
ever
get? Yes, I can.
stronger.
Yeah, get missile units.
Serve me. Serve the Emperor.
What did we get? Not the one I want. Still high, okay.
Cathay
Good.
Eternal.
Which,
The
as
dragon
Miao
blooded.
Ying, the only two confederations, in my opinion, you really need to worry about are these two. You know, make these guys happy, keep him happy, and the rest of them,
Child
you know,
of the
who
Nine.
cares? You'll get rid of them.
Natural authority.
It would be good
Dragon-blooded
for her to come grab that, because we're gonna
Ready
be
to
moving up that
defend.
way anyway. And let's move on. Announces mofos will start a war. Will start a war the turn after the player borders them, and that one province miner won't peace out when they have 0 armies and you're sieging their capital. One button respect mod is out, not important for this game due to what we've been talking about, but I wanted to let you know. Oh, very nice. Yeah, once more factions get introduced, I'm definitely gonna play with that. Because on top of that, like if you were ever able to actually get that confederation, like I ain't trusting the AI not to have screwed him horrendously. Like, yeah, we need to fight that because they're damaged. Luckily, it's mostly shit. I just want both siblings because Miao Ying's voice is hot, but Zhao is a better one-man doomstack. Yeah, I could see argument for both ways. Because Zhao Ming has, you know, regeneration, passive regeneration, while Miao Ying can obviously heal herself. But overall, I like Yang magic better than Yin magic. You know, it just packs a little more of a punch. And I mean, if you're going with the one man woman doomstack anyway, like you're not, you know, you're not worried about, you know, because the constellation of the dragon, the wall of wind and fire, just the fire breath attack in general is all really powerful. So you know, it's just it just depends how much
There must be order.
you know, damage you plan on someone taking, which you can.
Stone and steel.
I mean,
Marching all
there are
the
ways
way.
to combat it. You know, there are definitely ways to deal with it. Zhao Ming not having regrowth or earth blood and stuff like that. Because the reality is, right, if whichever one you're doing, you're going to try and max out their ward save. So if you get, say, to 90% ward save, you're really not going to be doing a ton of healing anyway. Plus, like, not spending Winds of Magic on healing means you're able to spend it on more damage spells. You know, it's just a trickle effect. You're not spending it on healing spells. You're able to spend it on
My dragon.
damage spells instead. So, you know, you can hypothetically be getting the army losses faster because you're dishing out more damage at a quicker pace. Because you have more magic to do that rather than spending it on regrowth or earth blood or stuff like that.
Guided by ancestors.
Warriors.
Loki, you're being loud over there, buddy.
Dragon.
Alright, you two.
Jade Lancers! For Cathay!
It's still gonna be a hairy fight.
Order!
There's also a UI mod I'm using that makes buildings under construction have a green icon and buildings being demolished have a red. Where vanilla everything is red. Oh, that'd be nice. Shut up. Which secondary lord do you prefer, the magistrate or the dragon-blooded sugar gun? So far, the dragon-bloodeds. Just having the magic abilities are really nice.
Praise the dragon!
Yeah. Now you need to turn this way.
Dragon's ass!
For the
And deal with it.
Emperor!
Jade Lancers!
Bless you.
Order and balance!
Alright, you guys need to get out. You need to get out. Actually, you run him down.
For Cathay!
That way you can keep shooting this fat
Our
boy.
ancestors decree!
You can fight him.
Cavalry! Move as wind! Sent by dragons!
Good.
They will perish!
Yep, just keep them away.
Unison! For
Alright,
the
you're stuck.
Emperor!
just
Move
be
as
stuck.
wind!
It's not terrible. It's not great.
Jade Lancers! Repositioning with infinite pride! Bringing harmony!
No, you stay in and keep them held. While you
Wind and fire!
keep coming out this way.
Marching as one! Celestial fury!
Alright, you go in there. You come
Fight
over here.
as one!
Anon says, oh, did you know that if you visit the same caravan city multiple times with the same caravan, you get ins item, which gives you 20% war save? Ooh, that's interesting. I also don't know how I did it, but I also got a banner that gave you
Peasant archers!
a sale of your caravan plus like 25%, or it was either 20 or 25% for the local province that you can obviously like take off. So you know, each time you do a caravan, you can always get an extra like 20 to 25%
Guided by ancestors!
in terms of your sale value,
Praise the dragons!
which is obviously a great thing.
Cavalry!
Because I think in your skill line you can get it 30% better, so you can increase it by 50%.
Repositioning!
Isn't that Marienberg's item? I think so.
Move information!
I believe so. Good.
Without hesitation.
Yep. They all did their part. But yeah, run as many of them down so we get more capture more entities, so better replenishment. But yeah, this for an initial caravan, this kind of blows. Definitely won't be using this one too much more. Just want to, as long as he succeeds in his first mission, that's the biggest thing. Good. At least I think it helps with replenishment. All right, that's long enough. That peasant unit may have gotten destroyed after all. Yeah.
They have a youth.
Alright. So we're in yin, so do yang. Alright.
The storm dragon
Can she reach him?
Dragon-blooded sugar girl.
Yes, she can. Okay, good.
No.
Miao Ying.
So they're pretty passive. They'll stay there.
Only the changer.
Yep. So yeah, she'll actually launch this attack.
The dragon-blooded. Fate reveals the path.
Urgency is our watchword. I shall claim it.
Wind Shaper. Wherever Cathay needs me.
Acceptable.
Lord of Yin and Yang. This
Good. And yep, we'll fight it manually. But yeah, I appreciate you all being here. I know it's. I mean, it could have gone either way. You know, we could have had a bunch of people come on here, and you know, you're an idiot for thinking the game's fun, kind of thing. But I think now, in terms of the community, it's just divided where even people that were like kind of like me were like meh about the game, you know, like does it have issues, does it have problems, 100%, but is it still playable, can you work around it? Yes. And I think myself and those people, if I had to guess, are kind of like me now, where everyone else is, you know, it's just like just shut up, you know, like you've complained about the same thing forever now. Like, we get the point, you know, just leave it be, kind of thing. So yeah, but plus the only thing like it's gonna do is like which faction is least broken right now? I'm planning to start a new campaign. I would suggest Khorne. Yeah, play a Scarbrand. If you're looking to a new one, if you haven't played them, I'd recommend Khorne. Everything, as far as I can tell, in his faction works the way it should. Faction mechanics, lord, hero, abilities, all of it seems to be effective. I think the demon factions will get changed a lot in the future, maybe Kislev or Ogres. I think they're going to make the Demon Prince, his campaign, a little easier. And this is why. So like right now, right? As if you played as the Demon Prince, basically like everyone hates you, right? Whether, I mean, it's just programmed that way, but like everyone hates you. I mean, if we're going with what's going on in the game, it's because everyone hates him for betraying Kislev, right? Like everyone's just pissed off at him for what he did, or for allowing himself to be corrupted, that kind of thing. And so CA's programmed like to everyone just shit on him, which in the map he's like in the middle, right? And on this side you have, sorry, he's right here. On this side, if you can see my hand, on, yeah, this side, you have like what's going on in Warhammer 3 now, right? Is a few Empire factions, but it's mostly demons, Cathay, you know, Kislev, that kind of stuff. You know, everyone kind of dogpiles on him, you know. But then when they release Immortal Empires, you have the other side now shitting on him too. And right now his campaign is very, very difficult to get a good start to. And being like, I think his faction's really fun with all the things you can do with it. And I think you're either going to see some pretty significant buffs for his faction, or himself in general, or you know, people, the amount of anti-player bias of people just swarming to get rid of him is going to get heavily decreased. But that's just my guess as of now. I could be wrong. You know, it's not like I have a bunch of experience guessing what Creative Assembly is going to do with lords or factions or anything like that, but I think that's where I would place my money right now. I think Kislev is, I mean, like almost every faction is missing heroes, for sure. I think it's the ogres are the only faction that has heroes that buff what campaign movement range, replenishment rate, and like training experience. All the other factions lack one of them. Usually, I think most of them it's the replenishment one, is that most factions are missing at the moment.
Vendors of Cathay, prove as critical.
But it's just gonna be, in terms of like Immortal Empires, it's just I mean it's gonna be essentially an entirely different game, because you're adding in, you know, half the world basically into it, so it's just gonna play a bunch of like Scrag. You know, like right now, I would argue that Scrag and Zhao Ming have one of the easiest starts just because of their location on the map right now in this scenario. Scrag has the bottom left corner he doesn't have to worry about. He only has a handful of Empire faction that really hate his guts. And likewise for Zhao, like, there's no one to the right of him. You know, most Cathay factions aren't going to declare war on you or be at war with them. If you want to, you can peace out and just trade all day with the ogres. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. I think there's gonna be a lot of, other than the I think there's really, when it comes down to it, I think there's just gonna be a lot of AI behavior rework. I think even on the harder difficulties, they're gonna have to tone down the anti-player bias a little bit. Because in terms of like any point, like any campaign, the point is, you know, to expand, to grow, to conquer, right? It's the point of Total War games. And right now, it's difficult, like, for the Demon Prince to do that, even now when half the world's not even in it, let alone adding in all the other factions he will automatically go to war with once the Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 1 races are introduced. So yeah, I would say I think more changes will be towards the AI. Okay, they're on fire a little bit. Remember the Macairos campaign, 7 random green scan from the south drought? Yeah, exact. Like that degree of randomness, I think, is something that will need to get changed. At least make like a faction. Oh shit. At least make a faction like not do that unless they order you, and not because they were dragged into the war and they sent their army halfway across the world to attack you, kind of thing. Even though they might have like 3 or 4 enemies right around their own territories, and they just forget them. That and the kind of like now, how the AI will grow settlements, they'll grow their outposts, and then as soon as you actually get the alliance with them or whatever it may be, they just stop growing. To like, it's almost like they're programmed like okay, you know, the AI, you're by yourself, you're gonna get these growing buffs, money, cheats, all that kind of stuff, right? till you become allied with the player, and then all that stuff goes away. It just, you know, there's just, yeah.
Sent by dragons. The storm wind blows.
Actually, shoot.
Crossbowmen.
Shoot him.
Praise the dragon. Guided by ancestors. Sen Yang sends us. The celestial daughter.
She's fine for now.
Stone and steel.
Alan says, I conquered the entire Chaos Waste in Northern Cathay by turn 70 without using the rifts to teleport. I only have 2 full armies and just finished recruiting my third. Don't even need the third, yeah. Cathay armies, like, once you get them built up, it can take a lot
March in ordered ranks.
It can take a lot of different, various armies. Especially once you get the turtle gates leveled up, or grown and built. I mean, it takes an outrageous amount of force to lose a gate. You know, like Legend of Total War disaster battle worthy of amount of force. Alright, I think that's the battle. Yep.
Mistress of storms.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I would still believe it. Corn is amazingly, disgustingly broken. Just 1 second, guys. As this loads, I gotta go talk to my fiance quick. Just 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Hope you can spec Daniel so that he can be strong in Scarbrand if you choose. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Yeah, I just think they've... yeah, because she'll take that, so we'll take the money.
Show them mercy.
Yeah, that's always a difficult thing to figure out, I feel like, is, you know, like, do you want them to be good at
The storm.
one thing, or to be, you know, like, do you want to be really good at one thing, or mediocre at a bunch of things?
The dragon-blooded. It is
Yeah.
my calling.
Take that.
Celestial
And, roll.
ancestors.
And then put you
The
there.
storm gathers.
That way,
Denied.
he'll most likely attack. Yep, better sail. So yeah, what? Yeah, you can get up to 30%. So yeah, I was right.
Surely
You can get up to
a
50.
gift from the dragon.
Dragon's Breath.
A tool worthy of a dragon.
And let's do. We want growth. We want growth. Okay. Yep. Let's move on. Which, like, he's kind of... I mean, he's like... program's not the right word. His skill tree is set up for him to be balanced, you know? it's not like if you go down. It's not like you go down each what's the word I'm looking for? One line, and you eventually get like all the other bonuses, right? Like once you, but I mean, I think that's the point too, is you can get a little bit of everything until you finally say like, okay, I want Korn, I want whatever, Sinch, Nurgle, or Slanesh. Daniel's faction is meant to adapt to the situation at hand, but that's not how recruitment works in Total War games. Exactly, and kind of going back to him being at war with the world, like you can't have every settlement prepared for everything you're going to go up against, like, or even an army, like you can't have one or two armies be able to handle any situation, which again, once you add in all the other factions on half the world, like High Elves, Dark Elves, Bretonnia, more Empire factions, Greenskins, right there, more Wood Elf factions right there, in that part of the world. You're just, you just can't have... especially with the amount of anti-player buys. So you're going to take all those factions that he's going to automatically be at war with. You're going to take all those in, and they're just going to dogpile you. And then it's just like, hey, deal with it, even though you can't deal with it because his faction isn't prepared to deal with it. The other thing is, like, his towers don't differ, as far as I know. His towers don't differ between the settlements you pick. Like for me, I would want a bunch of Nurgle settlements just for the fact that the Nurgle towers are amazing. But that's not how it works. Alright.
Descendant of dragons.
We want to hold this. Yeah, because we won't have any towers because we just... occupied it. So you end up with his army being a Khorne or Nurgle front line with his sea train lines with maybe Slanesh cavalry. Right. It's just not. It's just And the other thing along with that is the more different units you have. In an army, the more micromanaging you have to do, which, like, I'm not the greatest at micromanaging things, and that takes time, of course. But again, even if you have a bunch of experience with micromanaging, it's still annoying that you have to constantly be micromanaging. All those different units. It's just not an enjoyable way to go about a battle. You know what I mean? I forget which towers for these guys are the best. I always forget. Oh yeah, we need to block off right there and back over here, so that way it funnels them into the middle. But let's just pause and check it out. I think it's tier 3. Yeah, 3 is the one we want to get towards or work towards. Which good, they're not even bothering with some of these other ones for now. We do have this chieftain coming up.
Praise the dragons!
Good.
Harmony!
March for the Emperor!
Oh, no. Come up here.
Whatever is required.
See, like right now, I'm stuttering. Okay, get you built. Good. Okay.
For the defense! My power is absolute!
Archers! Sent by dragons!
Actually, you have the longest range.
Repositioning!
Master of Tempest! Execute them!
Good, they're built.
Raise the dragon!
Alright, you can shoot him. Good. Alright, and then you build a tower right there.
For the Emperor!
Fire in the blood!
The storm wind
Get wrecked.
blows. Wind and fire!
Good.
The celestial
Yeah, we got this.
Offspring of dragons!
We could buffer even more.
Ready to defend!
Praise the dragon! Repositioning!
Who wants that smoke? Okay.
Shen Yang's faithful!
We'll hurt that in the process, but that's okay.
Move in formation!
Yeah, them getting stuck like this is pretty annoying.
Never conquer! Immediately!
Yeah, wipe them out.
Dragon guard!
Good. Alright, you guys
Order
need
and
to
balance!
secure that.
Bringing
You need
harmony.
to secure this.
Marching as one!
You shoot him.
Harmony!
Born of dragons!
My test begins.
The celestial daughter!
Good.
Jade warriors!
The Emperor expects!
Oh shit. Can I get that built in 30 seconds?
Never conquered! It is fated! Marching as a one!
We might.
The Storm Dragon! Might of Gyra!
Yeah. We sure did. And now we're gonna block them off there.
Raise the dragons! Mistress of
Good.
Storm!
Alright, good.
Naturally!
The storm gathers!
Yeah, we got this.
Peasant archers!
Spilled you.
Order and the balance!
I don't know what he's doing.
As a one!
Good.
For the defense!
Alright, we got them coming in.
Archers! Guided by ancestors!
Set by Gyran! Wind
Good.
and fire!
I
Crossbowmen!
don't know what you guys are doing.
Move in formation! Seeking Cathay!
Good. Yeah, I can't believe we haven't gotten the army losses just yet.
Celestial sorcerer. The celestial wind.
Oh, it blocked because it hit that stone. Alright, good.
Shen Yang's faithful!
Yeah, she did her part. Good. They won't be able to cap that before it gets built. Be able to get some free shots on that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all being here and talking to me about it. I didn't think I was the only one who thought the game was fun and enjoyable to a certain extent. It's very uplifting to see that. We got some new names, and thank you for those that are new and are here. I hope you're enjoying it. Lily and Luke, I know this game isn't right up your alley, but I appreciate you guys being here all the same. Or even if you had to go, I appreciate you stopping by.
Stone and steel.
Order and
Now you
harmony.
guys face that way.
March in ordered ranks. Move as wind.
Irons as one.
Understood.
We gotta be getting the army losses here soon. Yeah, there we go. I bought a 1080 Ti just for this game. Oof. I haven't gone to that extent. But I mean, at least you have it now. I never game on PC because I have a PS5, so 400 USD just for Warhammer 3. Holy shit. See, I was the opposite. I was a Xbox player, user, whatever. But I also played, Total War growing up, and then in college I played a lot of Third Age Divide and Conquer. And then after college, all my friends, we all just got busy with life, and so, and then moving up to Alaska and the time zone differences and whatnot, like it was just, replenish. It was just impossible to find time to actually play video games together, and so I more or less just invested in a PC side of things and been playing PC now for a while. Let's grab some extra leadership.
We must remain superior.
Good.
Dragon-blooded sugar.
We want growth first. Right? Yeah, we don't want that. Don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, we want growth because we need it to get developed as fast as possible. Do Wall of Wind and Fire.
A tool worthy of a dragon.
And do Fleshstone.
My celestial father.
Alright, we got some shitty items. Let's see if we get lucky. It's okay for now. Better than nothing kind of thing. Better than nothing. Alright,
I will earn my mother's trust.
okay.
I think
So yeah,
only
let's
of the great
come
best.
out and let's get rid of him.
Spread the Emperor's words.
The Storm Dragon. You face a dragon of Cathay. Their evil must be kept in check.
Good. So let's
The dragon blood.
pop you back.
Ready to defend.
Bring you back. I'm having the same issue with my younger brother. We used to play
A victory to
multiplayer.
savor.
Even to move to Hawaii. Have to coordinate ahead of time so he can play when daughter is napping. Yeah. Which it sucks, because it would be nice to
Of the great bastard.
be able to communicate with them more, but
Windshaper.
with with my fiance and I now having a baby come like late October, early November-ish. Like it's just, I mean, once you start, like if you're in a relationship, like as you get older, I found like you spend more time like actually going out and doing things with your friends at that point, instead of, you know, just gaming it up. Now, if you and your friends are bachelors, then that's a different story. But myself and all my friends have found significant others, and so it's a different world when, you know, when we were at college and single, and we didn't have to worry about, you know, like oh, it's, you know, we're gonna have date night tonight, or we're gonna do this, or we're gonna do that kind of thing. You know, like when it's just, when you only have to worry about one person, it's just a lot easier.
Storm Dragon, become one with Shadow.
And then yeah, once, I mean, really, when I moved to Alaska with my fiance, like it just, which, I mean, I miss it, but even towards the end, and whatnot, like we really weren't like playing. We played like a lot of Call of Duty, right? I mean, it was just basic. Played a lot of Call of Duty, like. Even the times where we were able to play Call of Duty, we weren't able to like play a lot of, if that makes sense. Like in college, we played like a lot of Call of Duty Zombies together. But then like out of college, we just didn't have, you know, a few hours to contribute to, you know, actually playing a Call of Duty Zombie run through. We just couldn't afford the time. Oh, they teleported. They teleport stance me. Fight it manually just so we can hopefully run away and do some damage to him in the process. But this right here is also why, Anon, I go with the Dragon Bloods. Because if I do get ambushed by whoever, Siege factions mostly like this, at least I can do some damage to them, potentially, before either I get killed or I run away. We only get less hours in gaming we have. I can only game on weekends now. I used to do it every day. I was the same way. I mean, when I was single, freshly out of college, I mean, I'd be able to game every day, but only be for a little bit, right? And like, because my friends and I both worked full time, but we obviously don't have the same work schedule. So even then, it wasn't perfect. Which also, where is my escape thing? I don't think I have an escape thing.
This way, a new path, without fail, leading the way.
So that's frustrating. Now says, on the other hand, him living there gave me an excuse to go to Hawaii over the past holiday season, and I haven't been there before. Too bad the Navy's base fuel leaked into the water supply. That is a very, very unfortunate, unfortunate timing, I should say. Unfortunate timing.
Repositioning.
I mean, that was like so in college, unfortunately, I played football and ran track in college. Unfortunately, I was hurt a lot of the time, and so I spent a lot of time in rehab with the ATs, and one of the ATs and I became really, really good friends. And after graduating, after I graduated, he got a job promotion with the University of Hawaii, actually, as their head athletic director. And he moved down there in like December of 19 or January of 20. And then, a few months later, his wife was supposed to move down, but that's when COVID, became a pandemic. And so they were separated for over a year because he wasn't allowed to travel out of Hawaii, and she wasn't allowed to travel there. So, like, that was, like, an extreme example, but yeah, I can't imagine.
Spirit dragon, I will go. Seeking opportunity.
At least get them in here firing their units, or firing the missiles into trees.
This is the
Ooh,
way.
actually.
On gilded foot, leading the way.
Yeah,
This
stand
way.
right there.
So be it. Seeking opportunity.
Ah, no, she's getting
At
nuked.
once.
I thought it was gonna block
Dragon,
all their shots.
hear my prayer.
You don't have escape or we teleport ambushes. Okay. Yeah, that's stupid. The good old when you spend all summer playing one game. Yeah. Oh, this isn't even. I don't even think this is their big army. This is just these two units.
They must fall.
Just keep doing damage to them then, so their barrier doesn't get rebuilt.
Eradicate them.
She might have a chance. I thought it was like their full, like, their army of like 15 or 16 units. We might actually win this.
To battle.
Good, they're disintegrating.
They must fall.
Yeah, she's gonna win.
For the celestial
Once we get through this
Emperor.
barrier.
Eradicate them.
Let's roll to proof vaccination status and let me in once. I clicked a button on an app. Well, that was when my fiance and I were coming up here to Alaska. We had to have proof, or when we looked online to get through Canada, that was still when everything was like on lockdown, basically, right? They had a bunch of stuff closed off, and it says like at the border they're gonna check your COVID-19 vaccination cards. Got there, and they're like, "Oh, we don't need to see them." And we're like, "Okay." But what they ended up making you do was, even if you were vaccinated or not, they made you take another COVID test once you got in there. So, like, we got to the border, we got to our hotel that night, and then you had to do, like, a FaceTime video of you probing your nose. And then you had to send that into, like, the Canadian health, whatever their federal health organization is or whatever. They decided, you had to send it to this company for them to test. That way, if you contracted COVID while you were traveling, or if you had COVID, at that time, you would be forced to quarantine in Canada for 2 weeks and wouldn't have been allowed to leave the country.
To battle.
Come on.
They must fall.
You can do it. You can do it. Nice. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna win.
Eradicate them.
Start disintegrating. It starts disintegrating. We got it. It's very close. Let's just watch them duke it out, shall we? We'll get one more. Oh yeah, here we go. Suck it. Suck it. Glad I fought it manually. One of the few times you can safely zoom in and watch battle. I know, right? Not the alright, 1 second of watch time and then get back to the actual fighting.
There is no call.
That was awesome. They're the ones sieging. Oh, they're back. Okay. No. Good stuff. Good job. That was actually really handy. But do that first.
It befits my high station.
Probably didn't,
I serve only the changer.
Okay. Definitely want that. Yep. Good. Get walls.
The storm dragon.
Thing is, if I attack
I do not think so.
The
him,
celestial Miao Ying.
I think he'll run away. Whereas he's also in striking distance of that settlement.
Master of Feng Shui. It shall
Let's see what to do.
Wind Shaper.
Miao Ying.
Well, first let's check diplomacy.
Celestial, it is my sacred duty to welcome you to Cathay.
Thank you.
Harmony. There are many structures.
Okay.
Xiao Ming.
Tell me.
I'm like 90%. He outnumbers me.
All 8 winds bend.
Ready to
Yeah.
defend.
I think he'll stand and fight.
No.
They got walls there. Well, the garrison building. I shouldn't say walls. Thing is,
You're a pretender.
we can beat that first one. So, yeah,
Lord
let's...
of Yin and Yang.
What's
Within my
his magic
I
at?
do not think so.
He could teleport attack me over the end turn.
I will earn my mother's trust.
Again, with that army. Let's just see what happens. I think it'll stay and fight. Because what I would like to do is
Dragon-blooded
have this army stand and fight, and us force march up here while this army launches the attack.
Move as one.
That way we just get rid of them and then hurry back over to Snake Gate in case it needs some extra defending. Because what I'm worried that they're going to attack me and siege me out, and then the Dreaded Woe is just going, you know, anti-player bias, the Dreaded Woe is going to come and help them out, and it's just going to be too much.
Something disrupts our harmony.
Do start with 1,200 supplies, though.
Favored.
Let's see what happens. Good. You done fucked up. Good. Good. Even though they have the Furies, we'll be able to outrange them still. We'll just put them, or we'll put the Sky Junk in a situation where if they do start coming at me, my archers will get rid of them. And then once we get rid of these guys, we'll be able to shred everything else. All right.
For the Emperor!
Perfect. And it's
Sun Yan's
downhill.
faithful.
So yeah, immediately we can start firing.
Dragon crossbows!
Okay. And they're just going to try and outrange my range. So in this scenario, we actually want them as close to us, relatively, as possible. That way we, you know, just within our, like, peasant archer range, because I think the pink horse have a range of 130. Yeah. So as long as we're still shooting them, even if they're shooting my units, that's okay. And then this guy needs to have a heyday with these guys. Yeah, between him and Miao, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna do it for me. I was actually gonna hit some of their Chaos Furies. Nice. Anon says, FYI, Sathoriel is another Saint Legendary Lord. They decided that Kairos be the first one released. Sathoriel is definitely going to be DLC. Hopefully he doesn't start where his faction does when released. Yeah, isn't he over by Korn? If I'm thinking of it right. He's the other, like, actual bird looking of course, now why can't I think of it? He's like the other one that actually looks like a bird right from the get-go. Yeah. Oh shit. I need to hit play. But good. That's really what I wanted. Let's turn these two guys this way in case that unit comes at us at a weird angle. And then, yeah, you just keep bombing the piss out of this blob over there. A little short. But, big thing is, as long as we keep doing damage to them, just need to keep doing damage. That way their barrier doesn't heal. Oh, he's the faction leader. Okay, so he's a tiny dude. Oh, that was good. Good dude. Yeah, they're trying to flank me. I think after this I'm going to need to zoom out because I think they're flanking me on the side here. Yep. I'm glad I made that move. These guys are trying to flank me now as well.
Immediately.
Okay.
Master of Azir.
Yep, you can shoot him. Keep shooting that.
Faithful.
Land. All I need to do is get them to land.
Never conquered.
Archers.
Okay, that's weird.
For the defense.
Okay, magic attack.
Gairan.
I fear the heavens. The heavens guide me. Celestial splendor.
Okay, look this way.
Repositioning.
need you to turn.
Move in formation! Restore order!
You need to get out of dodge. Because you're getting wrecked.
If it is required,
Charge these guys.
anything for Cathay.
The storm wind blows.
The celestial wind.
Good.
Cross the bowman!
Minds
Good.
as one.
Now we can have fun. Yeah. What was that? Yeah.
Marching as one!
Order and balance. It pleases the dragon.
The
Good.
storm unleashed!
Alright, good. Alright, now bomb that unit.
Mage of the celestial court.
Cash has made an appearance.
The celestial
I could hear him outside. He was whining.
Attack in unison.
The only bad thing is we won't get a lot of heals in.
The celestial faithful! Move as we...
You know, just them
the
disintegrating and all.
celestial daughter!
Sound the retreat.
Okay, that's expected.
Strike them down! Shengyang's
You guys come over here.
Order and balance!
What Jade Warriors? Okay, don't blow them up. Alright, you are shooting worse than
The
mine.
heavens await.
Execute them!
Alright, let's go into manual mode and help her out. Good. Just get rid of all the other garbage. Good.
Bringing harmony!
Three.
Cathay's foe!
No, keep attacking them.
Tyrann's fury!
Or
Witness
it.
their
them,
demise.
whatever it's technically called.
Shengyang sends us.
Okay.
Mistress of
Now.
storms!
Come on.
Rooting out evil!
Get one more healer.
Ready to defend! My power
Yeah, that'll hurt a little
is
bit.
absolute!
Good. Not great. But, you know. We did okay. We did okay. When it says he's a bird-looking dude in the novel in Warhammer 1, but the faction you are fighting now is his. The tiny dude is a placeholder. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Did you miss Papa? Hi. Come on. Come here. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's Cashy boy. Cash, we just beat up some birds. Hi. Mwah. What? Alright, watch out. Lily, Anon, yeah, Cash is here. Yeah, we need the replenishment.
No other word.
Okay. Hopefully.
The storm.
Yeah, my plan's working. Alright.
Ready to defend.
Yeah, I don't really like either of those.
My celestial
So
father.
she will launch the attack.
I demand their
And
death!
Meow
The
will
majestic
reinforce.
defender. I forbid.
Can I
all
get there
hesitation.
in this? No, I cannot. Okay. So I have to be in this stance.
Now we march.
How many turns? 5 more turns yet? But it looks like it's all green territory the rest of the way. So should be should not have to worry
Offer
about them
thanks
coming
to the
under
fallen.
attack again. We could mitigate the corruption by switching it, which we may have to do eventually, just to keep our growth and control up. Well, don't need to worry about control, but just our growth.
Spill.
Alright. Okay. What's the map look like? Okay. Let's jump in. We may end up using the cavalry to just capture a bunch of points. Once the other army comes in. Because we do need to be aware of that one Searing Doom. It's pretty deadly. Cash. He needs to get his nails trimmed. He's chomping on his nails. But yeah, the Forsaken are the problem. The blue horrors are
Ready to rule.
whatever. Ooh. I see some possibilities. Like if they're dumb enough to put stuff like right in here. Could be a pretty good wall of wind and fire. Yeah. Let's see what they do.
My chosen place.
They did.
We are better trained. We are better equipped. We are more dutiful. Victory is inevitable.
The only
This is
problem
the way.
is, can I consistently keep doing
On gilded
damage to
foot.
them?
Seeking opportunity. My chosen place. At once, a new path leading the way. This way. Dragon,
Alright, now go.
hear my prayer. They must fall. Eradicate them.
Plus, this lasts forever. And against blue horrors, it's
Without
pretty
fail.
cost efficient.
There. I shall. Of course. This is the way.
Maybe I should have
So be
waited
it.
before my other army
Repositioning
shows up.
At once.
Holy
My
balls.
chosen place. To me. Without fail.
Yeah, I fucked up.
I will go. Seeking opportunity.
Don't die.
Leading
Please don't
the
die.
way.
I'm gonna lose the battle.
A new path.
I fucked up.
This way.
I fucked up.
I will go. There.
That was close. Almost caused army losses on myself. The idea in theory worked, just not as I would have liked. Mainly because she almost died. But yeah, it's so good against stuff like this. Alright.
The heavens await!
Rooting out evil.
It is fated! Mage of the Celestial Court! Dragon crossbows! It pleases the dragons!
You
Repositioning!
need
Cavalry!
to... Hey, jeez, you're gonna take way too long. Get up in that.
For the Emperor. Setting
Alright.
forth.
It's gonna take them forever to get here,
The Celestial Faithful!
which is good.
Repositioning! Sent by dragons! Whatever is required.
Seeking cut.
No, don't let it go up over the mountain. It's gonna take forever for that thing to come back. Alright, good. Stay here. You did your part. Alright. Yep, you need to run,
Peasant
run,
horsemen,
run.
your dragons ask.
She's pretty
The
freaking
Storm
fast.
Dragon.
I hear Cathay.
And yeah, in the meantime, just let the rest of our magic grow. I'm thinking capture this one and then run and get this one over here. Or maybe even capture this one, to be honest.
The storm gathers.
Yeah. Why not?
Wind and fire.
Yeah, they're not really good at capturing points, though, is what I've found. It's very slow. I think they've nerfed how fast, fast cavalry capture points.
The celestial daughter.
'Cause it's definitely something I've noticed lately, that they just don't, cavalry just doesn't have the capping power it used to.
I stand ready.
Mainly because I think people were, I wouldn't call it exploiting it, just utilizing it too effectively, and it's not what they had intended
Dragons!
for people to do.
The storm.
But, I mean, if you ask me,
blows.
it was fine the way it was. But
Move as the wind!
just something we'll, work around. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, they're coming this way. So let's set up like this.
Move in formation.
Whatever is
Good.
required.
Go wreck that.
Witness their demise.
Shenyang sends us!
Good.
Strike them down. Behold the
Alright, what's firing at me? Okay, don't like that.
Is ready.
You come out this way.
Move as
Ooh,
wind.
big opportunity. Big opportunity here. Yeah, she's doing fine. She's doing
Master
fine.
of us here.
Order and the balance!
No, he's line of sight. Line of sight is blocked.
Cathay's foes!
Alright, you guys need to pull back.
Move as wind.
We gotta do something about that tower, though.
mistress of storm.
Order and
Good.
balance.
Infantry, go attack him.
The celestial faithful. Seeking Cathay's foes. March in
Yeah, they're just like nuking that hero. Which
Horsemen, the Emperor expects.
the heavens magic, I think, is what that brings to the table. That Lord or hero brings to the table. Not essential by any means.
Move in formation!
Oh yeah, it's just pincered itself.
Dragon Guard. Guided by ancestors.
Good.
Naturally.
Well, don't bite yourself, you idiot. Why are you taking forever to reload? What? What's going on?
Guided by
What's
ancestors!
going on?
Celestial sorcerer.
Alright, good. He's getting wrecked. You're capping that, which is beautiful. Maybe not as beautiful as I would have
Sent
thought.
by dragons. Reposition.
For the defense.
I test begin.
Hey, go away. I love you, but go away.
Praise the dragon.
You guys go nuke him.
Never conquered.
You. Oh, what's your
Sent
bugaboo?
by dragons!
Yeah, you got it. What's going on? He's not shooting.
He took pieces the dragons!
Is it because he's getting hit?
Orcs!
Like, like kind of getting rocked back and forth, and so the game's like, oh, he can't shoot because of whatever reason.
Repositioning.
March in order the ranks!
Okay, good. He got out of there.
Marching as one. The Celestial Faithful! Attacking unison!
Ready to defend.
Good.
Never conquered!
Good.
Minds as one! Harmonious rock!
Dragon crossbows! Archers!
Good.
Master of Tempest. The storm wind.
You quit firing and
Repositioning.
come over here. Alright, who's shooting me?
Cavalry!
Oh, is the tower through the...
Fire in the blood.
Yep, that's what it was.
Minds as one!
My power is
You go
absolute.
over here then.
Sent by Gairan.
Infantry.
Faithful!
Yes, put it.
rock!
He keeps biting himself. He keeps whining.
Dragon God!
Alright, why are you getting...
Gairan's
Right.
fury.
Peasant archers!
Alright.
Bringing harmony!
I can turn it into a dragon if I really need to. Oh yeah, my other hero got nuked. Oh well. Don't really care. It'll suck about the arcane conduit that he
March
could
for
have
the
given me,
Emperor.
but
Guided by
not the
ancestor.
end all be all.
Understood? Praise the dragon!
Good.
Defenders of Cathay!
Alright. Will you please shoot? Yeah, like... There we go. Don't know what happened. I think it was just bugged there a little bit. I don't know. Zoom out. And she is getting
Cathay's hold!
throttled.
Celestial Fury!
Might of Gairan.
Archer!
Yeah, they're just sending their missile
In
units
harmony.
into melee with me.
Move in formation!
Alright.
Never
Gotta
conquered!
do some... What
The
are you doing?
Celestial Faithful.
With infinite pride!
Minds as one!
Behold
Okay.
the Tempest.
Thoughts in harmony!
Defenders of Cathay!
They were...
Defenders of
It's not
Cathay!
pretty.
Archers!
Like, I don't know why they're not disintegrating.
Pleases the dragon!
Order and balance!
Alright, we gotta get him, like, out of there now.
The Emperor expects...
Which I don't know how well that's gonna go.
Formation! Sent by dragons! Wind and fire! March
Alright,
in
this-
order the ranks!
Oh,
Understood.
man. We might have to refight this one.
Marching as a one!
Because they're gonna kill him right here. Yep. Yeah, that can't happen. Match that. Alright, just a minute. Go on. He's biting his nails and like catching him, and he's like biting hard, and he's making himself like wince. It was just his one paw. I mean, you'll be able to see which one because it's soaked with his saliva. But he was just laying down, and I could hear him, and then he was just like, I could hear like the chicken nails, and he started. Let's get this battle done. I think I'm gonna save it after this battle here, and we'll call it there for a stream. Because we are over 2 hours, and unfortunately, I do have to work tomorrow. Unfortunately.
Order and harmony.
Okay. Do I come over here, I wonder, and do it? That way it's even further away from them.
There!
And then just see where they position.
Cathay prospers always. Today is no different. Fight for order and harmony.
Can almost not really cast that, never mind. Alright, building a tower there. That's
Without
fine.
fail. Repositioning.
Yep, just actually send her this way. And just save our magic. Not worth it at this stage. Just save the magic. Ooh, pathfinding. Ooh. That's a little better. Alright.
For the Emperor.
Zhenyang's faithful! Order and balance! Crossbowmen! Thoughts in harmony! Immediately! Naturally!
Sent by dragon.
It is fated.
March for the Emperor.
Good.
A new path.
Order and balance. Repositioning.
With infinite pride.
I wonder.
Shogungan Sorcerer.
If it's potentially better
Crossbowmen! Zhenyang sends us!
to
Marching as one.
just like get them to set up here and like funnel them into
Minds and one.
like a
March in
narrow
order
corridor
ranks.
basically.
Horseman!
Yep, just get her to keep coming around. Actually,
Gilded
force the
Post.
matter. You come up here as well.
Zhenyang's faithful.
Good.
The
Yeah,
Celestial
between
Daughter.
you two, come try and cap this point.
So be it.
Same with
Dragon Guard.
you guys.
Seeking Cathay's foes.
And then we're not going to be able to prevent
Bringing
that from being
harmony.
built.
Sent by dragon.
So all I want to do
Celestial sorcerer!
is, you know, let them build it, destroy it immediately.
Order and balance! Without hesitation!
Seeking Cathay's foes.
Good. Alright,
Dragon
now move up.
crossbows!
And yeah, then just hold this position. And you come out here. Oh yeah, you can't make that yet.
The storm gathers.
Wind and fire!
Because we still outrange them, especially with the sky junk. Just need to get the sky junk in a good position and let it fire, you know, make it rain.
Mistress of storms. Descendant of dragons.
And yeah, once we capture this, because it has a lot of good,
Master of tempest.
like tower positions, really.
Execute them.
And just need to be aware of that one.
Behold the tempest!
Move as wind, marching as one. Ready to defend.
Master of Azir!
Praise the dragons!
Minds as one!
The storm unleashed. Wind and fire! Guided by ancestors.
Oh yeah.
For the defense!
No.
My chosen place! Seeking opportunity!
The
Get over here.
storm dragon.
Get over here.
The
You turn this
celestial
way.
faithful.
Turn.
Sent by dragons.
Good. And now shoot. Terrible shot.
Our brothers and sisters.
No. What do I want to do? Keep coming around this way. You. Yep, that's fine there. Put you on guard mode. Yeah, cap this. Okay.
Sanyang, guide me!
Yeah, get rid of the Forsaken, and it should be a lot easier. We got another unit of them coming. Okay.
Horn of dragons!
Thoughts in
Oh,
harmony.
that's why.
Move in formation.
Okay.
For the Emperor. Setting forth.
Still need. Come on, keep setting up, please. You do need to come over here.
Stone and steel.
Praise the dragon!
Nope. Get fucking set up first.
Marching as one!
Okay.
Minds as one!
Like they just don't care.
Storm wind blows!
Why? Nice. Okay.
Ready to rule!
The celestial daughter. My power is absolute.
Don't want her to die
I will
either.
go! Defenders
Like,
of Cathay!
they're just creeping in, fucking in every little crevice that's
With
possible.
infinite pride, the celestial faithful.
This way!
Okay.
Offspring of dragons!
Wind and fire.
March in ordered ranks. Move in formation. Move as wind.
You come to the back.
Move in
You
formation!
reposition.
Mistress of storms.
Good. Heal you again.
Never
You.
conquered.
Kill some more things. Okay.
Bringing harmony. Seeking
Wait, mean, if they want to keep sending things over there, then, you know, whatever.
I stand ready!
This is the
What the
way
hell?
to battle!
Strike them down! Might of Gairan! Gairan's fury!
Understood!
Peasant archers!
H wins! To me!
Good. Get them to start disintegrating, please.
Order and balance. Attack in unison.
Dragons, hear my prayer!
Good.
Overwhelmed!
Move in formation!
Master of the winds!
Rooting out evil!
Nice. That's what we like to see.
Bathe in celestial light!
Minds as one.
Sent by Gairan!
Harmonious wrath!
Okay, now you guys reposition this way.
Guided by ancestors!
Move as wind!
Come over here. You need to stop. Okay, good. You already did stop firing. Oh, what are you doing?
Peasant horseman!
Kind of forgot about this unit, to be honest.
Seeking!
Now it says the firewall is really good, especially when you can reflect it. Oh, I love it. When they build, like, when the AI will build, like, a barricade in a very, very small corridor, and you just have it go back and forth, back and forth. Oh, it's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Master of Tempest!
Order and harmony!
Yeah, it did quite a bit of damage. Yeah, it's going much, much better this time.
Stone and steel!
They're coming around this way again, so let's reform.
Sent by Shenyang! I will go! Peasant archers!
There we
It
go.
is fated!
You need to shoot there. Good.
Witness their
Yeah,
demise.
magic's gone. Which I think that's the armory losses anyway. Much better. Much, 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 much better. Didn't lose a Sky Junk, didn't lose a hero, didn't lose a lord. Good. And now we need to work towards, I think now our goal needs to be to snipe Sinch. Because he's going to be our big headache right now. Because, like, the thing is, like, we could turtle up, and then he's just going to keep swapping our provinces and giving them to people that we may or may not want to declare war on. That's okay.
They will know order.
The Storm Dragon.
One more. Do that one, I guess.
A tool fit for the dragon's daughter.
Dragon-blooded Shugunda. A gift from my ancestors. To serve me is a privilege.
One of each.
Service
One of
is
each.
every Cathayan's duty.
Alright, and then give her... After we get rid of this garbage. That's even more garbage. No, already got that. Where is it? There we go. Okay.
Child of the Nine.
Get rid of that. Don't want cavalry. Yep, already checked that this turn. Let's see. Alright, let's do another turn. Which, wow, 8 turns and we're 2.5 hours in. That's definitely a slower campaign than I usually go. Once Cathay as a whole has their provinces under control, they're good to do whatever they want. Snitch and the orcs are easy enough to deal with. I would agree. Which it looks like Snitch just occupied that.
The north must.
Archers. Yeah, you did. See, this is what I mean. Like, Zhao Ming, like the brother, just is so passive. It's honestly a little frustrating with how passive he really is. But you know, what are you gonna do? This actually wouldn't be a bad. Get growth.
Natural authority.
Warden of the Great Bastion.
The problem is he does dislike me. By quite a bit. And if I just abandon that region, which I haven't met Sinch yet, which is good.
This harmony threatens our order.
We know Snitch is there. The problem is if I go down there, like if I go down there, I'm gonna have to take this, and then I'm gonna be caught down here. And by the time I do meet Sinch, I'm just not gonna be in a position to do anything about it.
Windshaper.
The Celestial Miao Ying.
Decisions. I think one thing I guess I would like to see them do is reduce the amount of time the compass can be changed, because like you can't even have 2 of them at full capacity ever. It deteriorates too quickly in regards to like how often you can switch it. You know, it'd be nice if you could at least have a little bit of bonuses for each one, but it's just like 1 and that's it. It's just frustrating.
Our ancestors watch over us.
Evil from without seeks within.
Yeah, get growth. He's just constantly taking attrition, like the entire time.
Harmony above all.
Could get some more mercenaries.
Mystic Defender.
These guys are pretty garbage. They don't really capture anything quickly enough anymore. But we don't have anything to replace it with right now either. So.
To war! Fire!
Windshaper.
Ah,
Child of the Nine.
No, I don't want to get an alliance with them because then they'll stop growing that up effectively. Trying to think about what to do. So there's nothing going on to the west here. I think what I do
The Emperor's chosen daughter
is come
the
here in a
storm
camp stance,
gathers.
just to prevent an ambush in case he does attack me, and recruit
Warden
some more
of the
units.
Great Bastion. When Miao Ying asks, you answer.
Yeah. Because if he leaves, who cares?
The storm dragon.
We'll give that to her, actually. Ooh. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that one anyway. Alright.
The Celestial.
I'll take that.
Miao Ying.
Replenishment rate, attrition, charge bonus? Sure. Take that.
Something disruptive.
Good. Yeah, in one turn too, that'll be defendable from anything.
Child of the
Well, I
night.
shouldn't say anything, just a lot more
A
defendable.
thoughtful maneuver.
Cancel it for now. So yeah, he hightailed it out of there. Is that worth it? Nah. We'll start coming down this line. I usually do get it. But it's just it's only
All Cathay
5.
will benefit.
If it was like 20 or even 15, then I'd get it.
I stand apart.
Actually, he should be at war with.
Xiao Mei.
Yes. Okay.
The Iron Dragon's assistance will only be granted for good reason. You have to.
Good. Good.
Make your ancestors proud.
Bullshit strength.
An extension of the Empire. Shaper of the Eight Winds.
What's this one? Replenishment rate. Growth. Yeah, it's not too bad. What are we? Yang now? Yeah. Just get the growth pumping.
Favored daughter.
Good. And then let's
To
grab
fight for me is an honor.
one more of each.
Celestial ancestors.
Good. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Ready to defend.
Yeah.
Master
then give
of Feng Shui.
Her that.
The
right?
majestic defender.
Yeah. In my Zhao Ming, I have like 4 of those
The
regeneration
Emperor's
swords.
chosen daughter. We saw
Yeah, let's go.
on triumphant wings.
Yeah, we'll fight that. Alright. After this fight, I gotta call it quits. It's getting late. After this one, I was gonna end it there, but it didn't let me, quick save it. So yeah, after this one, I'm gonna have to call it a night. But depending on how work goes tomorrow, I may be back with this, but I may just take the day and be, or the afternoon. I shouldn't say the day because I have to work, but I might take the afternoon and just spend it with my fiance because it's been a hectic week, very hectic week, and it would just be nice to unwind and yeah, just be nice to unwind. Let's use this as our a little bit of a defensive, so we can't get rear flanked, especially because our units are so badly damaged. Let's actually put them over here. It's a little ass backwards, but just bear with me.
Thunderstrikes, repositioning. No kingdom can stand against Grand Cathay. We are the
Just
dragons,
make sure they
sons
have
of
the harmony ability.
Jade Lancers!
Yep, good. Just make them a little tougher.
Zhang Yang's faithful!
That is what I'm worried about. So let's bring these guys over here. Even though they'll fight worse in the trees, just keep the saber tusk packs at bay. Ooh, I forgot I'm in harmony, so I have this. I should pay attention to that more because it's a pretty good unit that spawns. I'm just really bad at keeping it intact, basically, or keeping it in harmony.
Setting forth.
Minds as one!
So slow. So slow.
Peasant archers!
It makes sense though. It's still not
Never
annoying.
surrender.
Or still doesn't mean it's not annoying.
Force in harmony.
Warriors! Fight as one!
Good.
Fight as one!
Fight
Keep
as
shooting.
one!
Jade
Good.
Lancers!
Chase that down.
Yes! For the
Alright,
Emperor!
you need to get out of there. You need to attack that. Run
Cavalry!
them. Just keep on them.
The Celestial Faithful!
Hey, if I tell you to shoot
defend
something,
the realm
shoot it.
By Celestial Decree!
Good. Use your Flock of Doom on a disposable unit. Just you don't die. Good.
Heading out.
And
Raise the
then
dragon! March in ordered ranks!
run you down, run you down.
For the Emperor!
Yeah, that unit saved my ass. Let's be honest. That one unit saved my bacon that time. Alright, if you're gonna run into something, at least kill him. I need you to chase that unit down. Good. They're one use. Alright, good enough. Good thing is we're getting a bunch of experience for this guy by getting a bunch of heroic victories. In a few turns too, he'll complete his quest. Excuse me. All right. replenishment.
They have a unit.
Okay, good. How'd they get through? Oh, they blew the turtle gate up. Okay. That's not good, because they're gonna come blow that up, and I just took that. So yeah, we definitely need to do something about that. Lily says, how do your units heal? Various ways, Lily. Yeah, let's get the growth and the defensive supplies. So, on
Insignificant word.
in terms of the army, Lily, as long as you are, generally speaking, if you're in a friendly territory, your units will replenish. Your replenishment rate depends on a few things. Whether it's a green territory, you'll heal you won't have any negative side effects, right? If you're a lord, so right now, I think the base replenishment is I actually don't know the base replenishment. I want to say 5 or 10% is the base replenishment. But this item here gives me an extra 3%. I can build buildings that also, where is it? Right here, that builds or can get up to an extra 9%. But typically, as long as you are in a camp stance in your own region, you can your units will heal each turn. On the battlefield, you can heal single entities with heal magic, like Earthblood, Life Bloom is a passive thing. So each time I cast something or cast a spell with Miao Ying, it'll heal for 5 seconds at 0.2%, which it's something. You also have Regrowth, which is just a massive heal to a single unit. But yeah, it's not like historical Total War titles or older Total War titles. It used to be, Lily, where you would have to, so say this damaged Jade unit, right? I used to have to take it to a settlement that had the recruitment building for that unit, so this training camp, right? So it used to be this, Wang Chang here, right? If I wanted to heal that unit, I would have to put it in Wang Chang with that building and then retrain it. But that's kind of done away with. You don't have to do that really anymore. Anon says, need to go to bed. Good luck with the rest of the campaign, and thanks for the stream. Hey, thank you, Anon, for stopping by. Thank you, as always, for being here, my friend. Yeah, we can defend this from Snickich.
Impossible.
Oh, especially since he's wounded. Yeah, we'll be able to defend that.
No.
I don't think. I don't think he can reach me here.
You are beneath
But
notice.
Not a chance.
this is just a weakened garrison. A little bit.
No.
He's weakened.
Lord of Yin and Yang. Master of Feng Shui.
She should be able to defend it.
Insignificant
Oh, yeah.
worm. Descended from
They'll be able to
celestial
defend it
glory.
from that.
The celestial Miao Ying.
Then in that
Tend to
case,
your
let's come down here. Bye bye,
Weakness
horsey.
is not tolerated.
Hello, archer unit.
An upper hand, indeed.
Because he should be getting to Reichland soon, right? Yeah, 2 turns. Good stuff. Which he shouldn't. be attacked anymore.
It is as we planned.
Hopefully. But alright. I could keep going. I know I could, but I do need to end it there. So yeah, thank you all who did pop by. Lily, Anon, who just went to sleep.
Well fought, man.
I can't say your name, but SNK Huang, thank you for stopping by. Excuse me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was good talking to you. Really had a lot of fun talking with you and Anon during today's stream. Also for Mark for popping by, Luke, and Creative Assembly, God of Gaming Companies, Ozpin as well. Thank you guys for popping by. I had lots of fun with it. Definitely going to continue this. I mean, we're only 10 turns in. You know, just streaming later in the day at this time, it's hard to catch basically anybody because, you know, the U.S. is finally starting to go to bed and Europe's already asleep. So it's really hard to find a good time to stream during the week when I'm working. Liz says, thanks, Lemon. I have a lot to learn, but enjoying the streams. Good. I know it's. I mean, with me with Scryum, it's a learning curve, that's for sure. So I totally understand. And again, if you ever have any questions, I mean, that's what I made the channel for in the first place. Is for people who may not even play the game but have questions, or people just starting out. You know, always feel free to ask questions because. You know, no matter what game it is, no matter what game you're playing, everyone started out as a noob at some point, so it's understandable. And so I never want this channel or, you know, the environment to be a place where people feel like they can't ask any question. But yeah, thanks again for all who stopped by. It was a good one, and I will see you guys again shortly. Have a good night.